Hey y'all, Adrienne here from Sew PDF, and today I'd like to share with you a few of my favorite patterns for sewing holiday gifts, and a few members of the Sew PDF team are joining in as well to share their favorite patterns. So first up, our absolute bestseller gift pattern is the Cufflet by Make It Last Patterns, and Marie France is going to share a little bit about this one.
Looking for an easy present that uses very little scraps and is also an easy sew, recommending the Cufflet from Make It Last Pattern, which is like a little wallet that you can bring on your person without having to have a big purse with you. Perfect for keeping your cards, money, or lip gloss or keys, and makes a great little scrap buster project.
Next up, we've got some popular slippers from Goober P Designs. These come in two different patterns, the Canmore Cuddle Boots, which are meant for stretchy fabrics, and the Rocky Mountain Slipper Boots, which are designed for woven fabrics with little to no stretch. The amount of stretch in your fabric will very much affect the fit of these slippers, which is why they come in the two different patterns. This pattern comes in several different styles and heights. So you can make them as a tall slipper boot, which is awesome for wearing over leggings around the house, or they come in kind of a mid shin height or the ankle boot height. All of the different heights can be made with or without the cuff, and there's an optional zipper. So if you're making a pull-on boot with a stretchy fabric, doesn't need a zipper, but the zipper can come in handy for just making it easier to put it on, and tucking in your pants inside the boot if you're wearing it over pants. But if you're making the Rocky Mountain slipper boots out of a woven with zero stretch, that's where the zipper is really essential in order to get it on. Here's an example of an ankle boot with a cuff. I made these for my husband. Something else you can do with these slipper boots is upcycle some sweaters. So I actually used a sweater that belonged to my grandfather who passed away a few years ago to make these slippers out of his favorite sweater. So these are a nice cozy way to sit and just remember him. And one thing I want to note about these patterns is that they can seem a little overwhelming because the instructions are very detailed, and they do come with instructions for customizing your fit. So you can measure your ankle, measure the length of your foot, the width of your foot, and adjust the pattern pieces so that you have that perfect fit around the ankle, because ankle proportion to foot size tends to vary quite a bit. But if you're making them as gifts, you can certainly make them in a straight size. They are sized according to US shoe sizes, and they should fit just fine like store-bought slippers. Next up, we've got Catherine telling us about her favorite pattern, the Beachcomber Clutch.
Hey, if you're looking for a great pattern for gifts this year, check out the Beachcomber Clutch by Anchor and Needle Patterns. This is one for me because everyone needs one, but I also made like 7 last year for gifts and they were very popular. They're great also in solid colors, nice little pocket inside, perfect size for just grabbing on your way out the door.
There are quite a few gift ideas from Menta Sewing Patterns that makes mainly shoe and accessory patterns. And Rachel is going to tell you about their slouchy scarf pattern.
The slouchy scarf from Menta is one of my favorite patterns to sew this time of year. Not only is it a super quick sew, but it's an excellent scrap buster. Aside from the projector file, my favorite features of the pattern are the color blocking, which is available for all 3 sizes, the snap closure, and that the liner is slightly smaller than the main, which allows you to use fun prints on a solid scarf.
Another great pattern from Menta is their overall mittens. I made these for my kids. The Menta overall patterns have lots of different options. You can make them with the cuff, you can make them without the cuff, and you can make these fancy long style ones either with a zipper, or you can do them with a drawstring around the end. Now this zipper is actually much easier to sew than it looks, and we actually have a sew along video if you'd like to watch how this is done, and it is really a great pattern. And these come in both kids and adult sizes. Next up, we've got Daisy, who's going to share with you our favorite simple bag pattern.
I'd like to recommend the Sling It Mama by Muse of the Morning as a good gift pattern this season. It's got no hardware. It's easy to sew and customize. This is one that I made according to pattern. Nice shape to it and just nice and simple. And then I made another one that I made a few changes where I narrowed and lengthened the strap. And I also added a slip pocket inside, and it was still a super quick sew.
We do have a few more favorites that I couldn't get video clips of, and I just want to make a note that all of the patterns on the Sew PDF website are made and tested by our team of talented affiliates to make sure that it is a quality pattern. And another favorite of our team is the Bennett Beanie, which makes a wonderful gift. This pattern comes with a couple different sizes for different fabrics, so you can make sure you get the right fit for the right fabric, and lots of different styles and options. I've put the links to all these patterns down in the description of the video. And I also just want to make a note that these are PDF sewing patterns. They are printable sewing patterns, but because they are for small items, you don't have to print very many pages, and there's little to no taping pages required, which is great. If you've never used PDF patterns before and you'd like some help getting them to print at the right scale, please don't hesitate to give us a shout. Once you've got your printer settings down, using PDF patterns is very straightforward. And patterns like these for small items that don't require a lot of pages can be super fast to make. If you'd like to see a sew along video for any of these patterns, please let me know in the comments, as I'm considering making some more of them and filming the process for you. And if you're interested in those zippered mittens, check out the link to the video up here.